How's it going, guys? Sharpwind here, new video, I'm hyped. This was one of my Discord servers who want to suggest your tutorials. I recommend you join it, because you get to suggest them as well as vote for what I do next, if you weren't aware of. Now today we're doing a power slide. Once again, I have two methods to make this possible. One of them is like a power slide on your knees, the second one is like on your butt. It looks way cooler than it sounds. You'll see when I get there. Hopefully I'll have time to make both methods this time, because the last one I ran out of time. Now one last thing, if you want me to make more tutorials, drop a like on this video and hit the bell for more content. And with that on the side, let's begin the tutorial. I have two characters here called Blue and Red. Pokemon reference, yo. Both of them are already in a folder, because folders are required for this. As usually, to start off, I'm just gonna import my running cycle, the one that I used the previous time. Once again, click the eye in the corner if you want to learn how to make your own running cycle. This one needs to be 45 degrees. Okay, we have the running cycle down, and at this part I'm gonna make the power slide on the knees thing. I've made sure there's no feet sliding here, so you can have a realistic tempo like the last time. I know we had problems with that, but here we go. If I want to make him power slide, let's take a look at a reference footage, because I use reference footage to help myself with this one. So before you do a power slide, you launch yourself forwards enough so you can bend the legs underneath yourself, land on your knees, and then just slide onwards. That's how a power slide would normally work, so let's try to do that. As he is trying to extend now, this leg wouldn't go back as usually, it would go back further because he's going forward, so he can just like bring the knees front, and that's it. And let's sing this manually. First of all, this leg needs to be brought way upwards if you don't want it glitching through the floor. You just gotta sink the feet, that's the whole science. Might go upwards as well here a bit, so like, let's just say that's it. Now we gotta do the overlapping action thing. It's the thing I always talk about. If you don't know it by this point, you really should learn about overlapping action, because it's essential for animation. He is always moving forward, but the gravity, the up and down thing is eased, and the motion forward is linear. That's why we have the folder, so we can recreate more complex motion with overlapping action. I'm gonna move the folder forward, and it's gonna be this fast. Okay, maybe a bit faster, because it's still trying to look like a power slide, so like this. We'll make adjustments later. And the body needs to go up and down, so he would go up here with an ease out, so it goes up faster, and then up, ease down, so just like makes a small jump. And his legs would be linear, drop down into a position suitable for the power slide, which is gonna be like on his knees, but also turned outwards, like so. And this leg, the one which took off from, is gonna ease in, and this is also gonna be eased in. This needs to go up more. Okay, if I turn the body invisible again, I really found that it helps me focus and stuff. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is simply make him slowly stop in this power slide thing with an ease out. Okay, let's make it faster, because it's supposed to be an epic power slide. Yeah, that's my jam. As he comes here, let's have a linear rotating thing, so it looks like kind of sliding on the ground. It's just a small detail. Now let's get back to the body, because the body looks awkward. He took off here, and the body should obviously give space for this leg. He's trying to swing forward now, forward with the body, and bend backwards because of the arms being swung backwards. I'm trying to explain this in the best ways I can. I'm sorry if my English is derpy. That's just what you get from watching a non-English YouTuber. Okay, so at this point, let's reset everything so we can just focus on the body and what it's like this. Maybe rotate him slightly, like so it just looks more flexible. Hold on, if I turn the head invisible, more backwards than he turns like this. Maybe give an ease out to this as well, like this. So, we'll see. We'll make adjustments later, that's what I always say. Now the head is going to look at the ground, maybe look upwards or downwards at the ground. Still can't decide. Is it gonna be like, whoa, power slide? Is it gonna be like, hell yeah, power slide, you know? Whatever you want to go for with the head, so like this. I'm just gonna make him go upwards like a freaking rock star, because that's what they do. Wow! Arm is going to swing forwards because of the glorious power slide. And I got an idea, they're just going to like extend upwards here, like wow! And this guy as well. And then just like slowly start dropping down like this, you know? Just like this. Wow! So there's something about this rock slide that doesn't look too good. Maybe the arms have it too easy. This transition is not strong enough. Let's go for a stronger one. So I don't know, something seems soft and unnatural, you know? Whenever I do this system episode and I just criticize what you do and I can't explain what's wrong, this is it. Something is wrong here, I don't know what. Okay, this arm here could be adjusted, so it's like... Okay, so the arm before was kind of preparing for the takeoff, and when he does take off, he extends it because he needs that extra momentum. I mean, that could be it, but it looks nice, so I don't really care. I just fixed the sun so we can see it better. So like this. Okay, also one thing, maybe the body is too fast. Maybe it should be a bit lean forward at first and not so backwards, because you don't want to break your spine when you land. And also when he does land, he's probably gonna be forward a bit as well, like ease out, forward, because... Yay! I think we have a power slide, ladies and gentlemen. Observe. Okay, I think I'm kind of satisfied with this. What saves it are the arms going like yay at the end. I really like that. Oh, sorry, green screen. I really like that at the end, because like, wow! Going crazy for the power slide. Rock and roll. Bon Jovi. Because I just want to see a really powerful power slide like this. Wow! I was exaggerating. Let's go back. This would happen. Doesn't look bad. Okay, this is it. This is our first power slide. I think we actually have time for the second one. Let's do this. The second one will be demonstrated by our friend Blue, and it's gonna be like the power slide when you just sit on your butt and just have the legs in front of you. That's what I meant. Once again, import the running cycle, 45 degrees. Okay, we have our second test subject ready to do the power slide. Once he gets to this point, now this power slide is a bit different, because if you want to actually get on your butt, you gotta move in the way to, oh sorry chair, to get to your butt. I know this sounds very weird, but I don't know how to explain it otherwise. Please don't hate me. As I said before, if you don't understand something, I very much recommend you get out of your chair and reenact it on the floor right now. Just get out of a chair, reenact it on the ground, because it does help. This is how I came up with the animation for this. So what this guy needs to do is lean down so his hand is positioned on the floor, then it just kind of uses the hand to get over himself and sit on the ground and slide. Basically, I don't know how much you understood with my level of English, but you will once I animate it. Okay, so at this point, the leg would get down like so. Just like before, the leg goes backwards a lot. This also needs to go upwards like this. I'm going to adjust the position. Okay, he is in the same place, kind of. He's sliding. Ah, I gotta fix it. Curse my perfectionism. Go. It's still... Oh my god, this isn't even the point. Why am I so freaking... Okay, let's call it okay. I'm not gonna stop. Then at this point, the body would go around like this, downwards like this, because he needs to position his arm to the floor. This arm it is, like this. Mine-imator characters are so not flexible. Let's go for an ease in, and of course this one being another ease in. Okay, and the head always needs to be facing forwards. Thank you, Mr. Blue, for being our test bunny here. Also, the same transition so it doesn't chase the body around. This. And at this frame, he should already be on his butt. This needs to be a very fast motion. Very fast motion. I'm gonna try to use the fourth principle of animation, frame by frame or pose to pose. Let's see how that goes. The principle is usually used in 2D animation, where you just make, like, I'm talking about pose to pose now. Usually make key poses and try to fill in the in-between frames. I'm gonna create the key pose, the one in which I want my body to be at the end of this motion. And basically from this pose, he needs to get to this pose. Actually, it's still not done, but you know what I mean. He needs to get to this pose in a very short amount of time. This, I think the arm could fit nicer. Okay, let's do some adjustments to the position in general. Maybe just not twist the body in this direction as much, so we can... It's very important to get the arm to the same position as before, like this and this. We're gonna need to do some hardcore in-between frames, because as you've seen right here, this jumps. Ooh, why does this go up? Oh, alright. We have the folder for that. I forgot we still have the folder. Let's make this one frame slower so I can have an actual middle point. I hate that. Don't you hate that? We just like have a motion which is only 4 keyframes long and you just can't make an exact middle. I hate that. I straight up hate it. So I'm gonna make the folder come downwards with an ease out and then with an ease in like this. So it's like, so it doesn't go out. The character only goes upwards, not downwards. And in the middle here, body's gonna go backwards and it's gonna be bent like hell, because this is what motion looks like actually. The body is leaned forward, then it just bends a lot to get to the point where it needs to be, and then at the end it just extends backwards and launches itself away. So I'm gonna of course need to adjust the head as well. This needs to be an ease out, this needs to be an ease in. I've just determined that and this is the way it goes, like this. Okay, yeah, it does look better. This guy needs to have a stronger ease in and out so it follows the body nicer. Actually doesn't look bad at all at this point. Yeah, so this one needs to be brought upwards because I messed it up. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. This arm needs to follow the body, so it's gonna be... Let's adjust every single frame again. Let's do frame by frame. Who doesn't like frame by frame? Everybody! Okay, yeah, the arm does jump around, but the motion is so fast no one's gonna see it. So at this point, the other arm needs to go out like so. And when you do land, the arm usually does this. I don't know how to call this, but like, kind of like this, you know? Like, yo, we're doing a freaking power slide. There's nothing you can do about it. Don't try to stop me. There we go. Now we gotta do the legs because if you haven't noticed already, they're kind of glitching. And they will still glitch, but if we do it fast enough, it's going to seem like reasonable, like this. See? It looks like it kind of just drags his legs underneath, but they're actually glitching through the floor by a lot here. But we kind of avoid this by making the motion so fast so no one can see. Everything needs tweaking. This is animation! This is just going to drop down like so. This leg is going to be the lazy leg and it's going to have an ease in. And we've done this now. It does look like he's doing a power slide, even though this motion has so many flaws in it and it looks disgusting. Even the arm here is synced to the floor. Okay, this in between here kind of jumps. Maybe we should try to fix that as well, so it's like closer to perfection than it was before. Because it's not really some too perfect. Okay, let's move the entire hand down, because why not? Like this. It looks like a really defined and beautiful motion, but it's really just full of flaws. A lot of animations work this way. They have a ton of flaws. No one's gonna know except the animator because he has seen the flaws. This looks good. This honestly looks good. And if you see all the little, look at this bounce at the start, this should not be happening. This is disgusting, but it looks very good. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of animations work this way. And from this point, I believe is as simple as just dragging the character outwards and an ease out transition, so like this. And of course, just animate him move. Like this arm, hold on, the arm basically pushed off, so just try to sync it to where it was in the previous frame, so it was like the arm actually pushed off. By the end of this, it would just like, or maybe just brought upwards and bent, or outwards, relaxed, whatever you think seems right. The body, let's do this with it. The head would look forward. The other arm, which is in the air, would, let's see what it would do, bend a bit. It would try to like go in front of the character or something. I don't know, just add some motion. Doesn't matter too much. The legs would also move a bit, but this is mostly it. This is the second power slide. If you're working with greater speeds, then this power slide can last and stop slower. Like let's say, it would look like this. It's a lot of, like it's a long process, but you need a lot of speed for such movements. My character was running pretty slow to begin with. This is not too fast, so it's like a slow power slide. Plus he lost a lot of speed while he was doing all this. This should be done faster and not have as much contact with the ground as before.
That was later on fixed.
I recommend you make them going for the ground and then just take off and make that small jump and then land on their back, kind of like what I did here. I came up with this right after the tutorial, and I think this way is better than what I did in the tutorial, so I recommend you going for a method like this as well.
These are both of our power slides. Rock and roll! As most of my tutorials, it's a pretty decent tutorial, but I kinda expected more from the end result. I hope you can do something with this information, and good luck with your animations. Now again, good luck animating, and stay sharp.